Trade Center, World Trade Center, Twin Towers, and the Pentagon, and all the passengers on those planes because they had nothing to defend themselves with.
Now they want to take all our knives away on planes, and they want to wiretap and everything. Can you give the name of those two books again?
I'll give you the name of the one I got in front of me, Fortunate Son, by J.H. Hatfield.
Great, and I'd like to comment on that stupid security measures they're having. Now we can't park near the airport anymore. I don't know that's not going to stop it. These IDs didn't stop it.
Nothing will stop it.
No.
Nothing's going to stop it if they want to.
Yeah.
If you have somebody that's willing to die for what they believe in, you're not going to stop them for doing whatever it is they want to do.
Like Flight 93 did. I hope they play those tapes on the air so we can hear them.
They won't play them because they said there's nothing on the tapes.
Oh?
That's what they said.
I didn't know that.
That's what they said. So there's nothing on the tape. Nothing. They got the flight recorders, and there's nothing on the tape. They said somebody turned them off.
Well, I do know it is possible, Bill. My brother flies, and they do have an erase button on there at the end of each flight, which they shouldn't have. Did you know that?
The way those things are built, they're not supposed to be able to be erased by anybody.
I know.
And they're supposed to be taken out when you land by ground crew personnel, and the tapes either erased or new tapes put in.
He told me
no one on the plane is supposed to be able to turn them off, or erase them, or remove them, or even get to them.
Well, he told me they have switches in the cockpit, which they shouldn't have.
Well, you know what? I have a tendency not to believe your brother, or whoever it is. Huh?
He's a pilot.
I don't care if he's a pilot or not. I know pilots that lie every day.
I know. I hope he's wrong. I hope to God he's wrong.
I hope he's wrong, too. I'm not saying that he's telling a lie. I'm just telling you that from what I used to be an aircraft mechanic in the United States Air Force. Oh. I know about these things.
Okay.
At least back then, unless it's changed. Nobody aboard that plane is supposed to be able to get to them, to be able to even see them, or take them out, or touch them, or erase them, or turn them off, or in any other way fool with them whatsoever.
Maybe we'll have some new pilots call up and let us know what changes they made in these planes. You never know what goes on.
Maybe they have.
Okay, thanks.
I hope they haven't, because the whole purpose of the thing is an emergency device to be able to record exactly what happens on board a plane in extremis is totally defeated if somebody can walk up and erase the tape or turn it off. What good are they? 520-333-4578 is the number. Unless they've changed things considerably. When I was in the Air Force, you couldn't do that. On any plane, Air Force, military, or commercial jet. Good evening. You're on the air.
Hi, Bill. Thanks for the intelligence this evening. It's a great show. And I'd like to say also, I don't mean to seem crass or anything, but there's 5,000 bodies down there. If that's the truth, then disease and bacteria is going to come into play pretty soon, and I hear no one mentioning that on the air, and I just like to bring that up.
Well, I think it's pretty much common sense. It's going to start smelling. The smell of death is going to be all over New York City. Yeah, there could be diseases if any of those people had diseases. Otherwise, there probably won't be. But, I think that's a matter of common sense.
Yeah, okay.
And everybody involved with the rescue effort knows that, and you can see they're wearing protective clothing and taking proper precautions.
All right, Bill. I just wanted to bring that up for you. Thanks again for a great show.
You're welcome. 520-333-4578 is the number. And I got to tell you, once that smell starts wafting across New York City, you're going to see a lot of people stop going to work. It's a terrible, sickly, sweet smell. Good evening. You're on the air.
Yes, Bill, I am a pilot, and there is a reason that you aren't able to disable that. That's in case there is a short circuit. It's to prevent a fire in the aircraft. You have to pull the fuse, and that's how you're able to disable those recorders.
So now they have made it so you can disable the very thing that are the only things that in the emergency that you might have to pull this fuse for, they would be able to tell what happened. Boy, that sure makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Well, it does prevent the aircraft from burning up in the sky, and that's I guess that was considered a bigger threat than someone doing this. But again, no one should be in that cockpit. I'll be honest with you. Had they armed those two pilots, this would never have happened.
No, if people in the passenger compartment had been armed, it wouldn't have happened.
Absolutely.
In fact,
the only thing I would say, though, Bill, is that people should be trained to realize you can't just fire off a weapon up in an aircraft that's at 30,000 feet because the aircraft itself will explode or rapid decompression.
Well, I'm well aware of that.
That's why I would say limit it to the pilots, because at least we'd be trained as to how to, use the proper ammunition that will not go through, the bulkhead of the aircraft.
Well, actually, I have to disagree. I think all Americans are entitled to defend themselves, and they're entitled to keep and bear arms in any laws.
The problem I have, Bill, is that
well, you may have a problem, but your problem is with the Constitution, not with me.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks a lot, Bill.
You're welcome. See, that's what I don't like about all these people who don't understand anything about the Constitution. Anybody who has a reason of their own to disarm American citizens, it's okay to do it. The Constitution says we have a right to keep and bear arms. Good night, folks. God bless each and every single one of you. I've gone over my time.